So guys,
Another week. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. Let's go. Hope you guys are good.
I'm good.
Doing great, thank you.
Have you seen Andy grow? Maybe not from a physical standpoint in the job, but maybe more of a mental perspective. Because I know he had the rocky start kind of up and down, and that was kind of see if he could out.
I think I said this from the start. One of the biggest reasons why we wanted Andy here was his mentality. He's always so even keeled, never too high, never too low. He takes coaching very well. He listens, and the moment's never too big for him. You just always see it, even if he has a bad pregame or has a bad practice. It just nothing phases him. And I think that's an elite trait to have as a kicker, because you only get one opportunity, and either it goes in or it goes out, and you're judged off that. Everyone's happy if it goes in. They don't matter how it goes in, and they're really mad at you if it goes out. So it's just one of those things where there's no gray area for those guys. And I think he's been that throughout his whole life. He understands that, and he doesn't allow it to get to him.
Can you use what happened just in the Ravens game the other day as like a teaching moment, because that's another rookie kicker, and just what happens in those situations? Not necessarily, I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but just using that as a teaching moment.
Yeah, I just think, man, it's tough to be a kicker, man. It really is in this league, because y'all can be so well, and you're judged off your last kick, and that's just the way it goes. And I think just Andy understanding that, I think for all kickers understanding that you're judged on your last performance, kind of like I am as well. Last play here, last play there, you're judged on that, and that's how the profession works. It's a production-based business, and you got to be at your best at the right times. And if you're not, then you get judged for it.
What did you learn about Andy with the 59-yard kick the other night?
He's got a stronger leg than I thought. It's just inconsistent sometimes. Sometimes I don't think his leg's as strong as it needs to be, and sometimes it's really strong. So it's inconsistent sometimes, but hey, man, he went out there. The great thing about that was the previous field goal we got blocked, right? So a huge negative momentum swing on our part, and then to come back and do that and build momentum to the half, to me, speaks volumes of the kid. Again, from having something like that happen, we had to go try to make a tackle, and now he's got to go make a big-time 59-yard field goal. I mean, that just shows the mentality of the kid. Easy to forget, move on, let's go, and go to the next play.
How do you gauge his pre-games, like when you're trying to figure out what is this going to be? Because I think he missed 58 both ways pre-game, and then he comes in and drills the 59-yarder. So how do you kind of like balance that? Or is that just a game situation?
Sometimes it's a game situation, but we always try to end somewhere where the wind's kind of with us a little bit. So you kind of know, well, hey, he missed it from 58, but he still was good from 60, right? He just missed it. He still got the leg. So if he hits it the right way, then it should go in. And if it doesn't, then, we'll see what happens there. Yeah.
What you see is the breakdown on the block.
Yeah, they credit to Miami. They did a great job exposing the C gap, and we just had a falter in protection right there in the C gap. And number 92 for them did a great job coming through. And those are always things, man. This league, man, every week's a new week. Humbles you, right? You feel good sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you're the worst. But that's the way this league works. It's a very competitive league. It doesn't matter the record or anything like that. And guys play their tails off, and they'd made a great play. Credit to them. And we just got to make sure that, hey, we're in the playoffs now, and every play matters. So those little things like that, man, are the difference between you winning and losing. I always talk about that with our guys. Like, it's one play. That's all we get. So we always got to be on our cues. We can't take any naps. When we take naps, negative things happen to us, and that hurts the team. And we're not trying to hurt the team there.
Is something like that in any way attributable to the fact that you guys have had some moving pieces, just based on the injury situation?
I think everyone has moving pieces. So at the end of the day, like, whoever's out there has to be ready to go. And it's my job to make sure they're ready to go, because you're the one that's putting them out there in those positions. So there's always moving parts, especially in week 17. Like, it is what it is. And I got to do the best I can to make sure they feel confident and they feel ready, no matter what the team does to us, that we have it protected, we have it right. And that's part of the growth mindset that I take every week of learning throughout this league and trying to get better each week to week, even when things are negative.
Are there any adjustments that Andy had to make, kicking in the cold? Like, he had joked, cold for him, below 72 degrees. So obviously this is significantly worse than that. I think it was the Bills game, maybe a couple kicks came a little bit low off his foot. Is there anything to that, or just you didn't strike the ball well?
Just strike the ball well. You don't adjust because of the weather. Like, your ball straight is straight. The plant foot, everything like that, it's going to be the same. You're not going to hit it lower or hit it higher. It's just going to be the same. It's got to be the same for those guys every time.
I know you're focused on the Chargers, but with lack of special teams coaches that have become head coaches recently, do you think that role is sometimes undervalued in those head coaching searches? And what are some unique perspectives that special teams coordinators can maybe bring to that role?
Being in my position right now, I am literally just thinking about Thursday's practice and not that stuff right now. And I'm focused on the Chargers. I'm focused on doing the best I can today, so that I have a job tomorrow and I have a job on Saturday and Sunday, and just doing the best I can. But I do, speaking of being in the special teams profession, a lot of those guys, special team coaches, they have their hand in all the players, and so they're very well versed in the personnel part of it, the coaching all the players, having the relationships, and I think that provides a lot of value as a head coach in the past. But for me, it's like, hey, I'm gonna do the best I can on Thursday for the Chargers, and that's all I care about right now.
Jones, have you noticed on Patriots specifically a difference in the way teams are kind of punting it to him, maybe trying to not give him the ball as much?
Of course, and that's what you're going to get when you have a guy like him back there. You're going to get teams that they're not going to do what they normally do, and that's our job as the week progresses to make sure we try to get opportunities to him, even if teams trying to take it away. And it's not always easy because down and distance and situations always call for how you have to run your pump return formation or look, but that's an ongoing challenge, an ongoing quest to try to get him the ball in his hands, because when it does, he's one of the best. He's special out there.
Coach, when it comes to cleaning up penalties on special teams, assuming you don't have all day in practice to do it live, how do you address those?
A lot of us week in review, looking around the league and grabbing all the penalties and then showing our team. Vrabel does a great job of that on Fridays, and then I sprinkle in throughout the week at the end of the week of like, hey, watch this clip here. Let's learn from this clip so we don't make the same mistake. So a lot of it this time of the year too is just learning. You have to be able to watch other people, like you just said. You don't get the time out there to run drill work like in OTAs and training camp. So you do the best you can with the film. And guys that are out there have been out there for 17 games now. They kind of understand it and see it, and so that helps them out.
Focus on details this week, particularly knowing that one play, one block, one return can change a game dramatically in the playoffs.
I think the same. We've done it all year. I think you don't change. You're not trying to change what you've been doing all year from a routine standpoint. I think it's got us here for a reason. But at the same time, it's just expressing to our guys, how grateful we are to be in this position, and then to embrace the preparation part of it and embrace the work that we're putting in, embrace the details that's going to take to win this game. And I think our guys understand, man. We've had clips this year of us doing great things and good clips of been doing bad things. And it's all growth throughout the year and how you learn from it to show you, hey, at the end of the day in these kind of games on Sunday, that if you make one of those mistakes, it could be costly. And I think our guys understand that. But the preparation's been the same, and our guys' mindsets have been even keeled. And it all starts with our head man down to our core players right now.
What's the greatest strength for the Chargers special teams unit today?
Big and physical, man. They're big and physical. Just like they're on offense and defense, they're built that way. And they got a guy back there, and Coach Ficken, who's been there for 4 years, so a lot of continuity once the players are in him. So it's going to be a challenge. They've done some good things. They got some players out there that excelled. They got really good specialists. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, is a Pro Bowler. Darius Davis, the returner, electric speed. We saw him here last year. So it's going to be a challenge, man, but we're in the playoffs. Every team we're going to play is going to be really good.
Coached in the playoffs, LA, right?
Yes.
2023. What did you learn about that experience? Did you share anything with the guys about?
I thought, from that experience, we played Detroit in the first round at their place, and I just thought everything was heightened. Like the speed was it was like game one of the football season. Everything was a little faster, a little stronger. Guys were getting a little bit more effort, it seemed like. So just understanding that, it's a different level of speed that you might see on Sunday. But at the end of the day, if we prepare the same way we've been doing, I think it all will help itself out on Sunday.
When it comes to trick plays on special teams, is that something that you always want to have something in your back pocket, or is that more opponent specific?
I think it's opponent specific. I think at the end of the day, if you can exploit something, you always want to look for something maybe still in possession there. That's something that we do weekly. I think every team probably does that, looks for it, and if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. But you always want to have some things in your back pocket just in case things aren't going good offensively or defensively, just to help the team out in that standpoint. But I always tell our guys, like, hey, on special teams, if we can cover good, flip the field, no penalties, take care of the football, don't give it up. Those are things right there are going to really help our offensive defense out. And when you have Drake May and those guys, just get him the ball back, man, and let him go do the magic, and let us just cover well, play fast, play violent, and let the things shake out the way they're supposed to. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you guys.